Hi, guys. Welcome to POV You're My Therapist, the podcast where I vent, you listen, and you do not get paid. I almost said I am your house. I am your host, Divine Philemon, and I am so happy to be coming to you today on this very, very rainy, gloomy Georgia evening. It's been raining for a couple of days, and according to the weather app, it will be raining for a couple of more days. So, that's fun. Nice little time to be cozy, wozy in my bed, snuggling with my little puppy. Purr. Today, today I actually don't really know what I'm going to talk to you about, but I do know that I'm going to tell you right off the bat to hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell. Hit the notification bell. You're being peer pressured into hitting the notification bell. Hit the notification bell and to leave a thumbs up in this video before you even watch it, because you know it's going to smack, girl. So you already know it's going to hit. So go ahead and do that. And then if you're listening on Apple Podcast, if you're listening on Spotify, go ahead and leave a rating. And if you're able to, a review, I really appreciate it. I was actually thinking about maybe putting some of these episodes on SoundCloud. If that's something you're interested in, let me know. Let me know. Ooh, let me know. Let me know. Let me know. When I feel what I feel. All right. Now, if I don't stop now, I'm going to sing the entire album, actually. Hopefully that was, oh my God. If that was like good, if that was on point, eight it all. I actually don't know what I'm going to talk about this week. I really don't. But, I knew that, okay, I don't have like a mapped out thought. I have a lot of thoughts. My thought box is boxing. I knew that I wanted to talk about dating today because I've had a revelation. I've had a revelation about how I feel about men. And you'd be shocked to learn that it's not good. Wow. Had a revelation about how I feel regarding men. So, in my dating journey, and just a lot of stuff. So I kind of want to talk about that a little bit. And I also want to talk about Don't Worry, Darling, because, darling, I am very worried about this movie. I was very excited about it at first because Harry Styles, Florence Pugh, Chris Pine, Gemma Chan. Girl, this is like a gaggle of like my favorite Caucasian people, except Gemma Chan's not Caucasian. She's Asian. There's a gaggle of all my favorite white people, okay? And by the time that this movie has finished filming, it is now a gaggle of the one Caucasian woman I feel like I can stand in Hollywood. So we are, wow, shocked. And the drama just behind it. I love mess. So, of course, I can't help myself but to talk about the mess that is Don't Worry, Darling. And if I tell lies during that, know that I got it from Twitter and I'm playing a game of telephone. My interpretation of what's happening is from what I understand. So I'm probably going to say allegedly a lot during this episode and while I talk about Don't Worry, Darling. So I wanted to talk about Don't Worry, Darling. And I also wanted to talk about kind of entering a new space of being. I'm about to get so philosophical, and also I have decided our name is the Philosophers. We are the Philosophers, divine philo-philosophers. We are constantly therapizing, therapeuting, therapaping, theraptworking, thera all of it, okay? And I feel like we're philosophizing a lot about how we're feeling and putting a lot of these emotions and like structures about humanity and our relationships with people and how all of these things work. We're trying to just put them into words. And I feel like this is a lot of what this is. And I'm excited every time I sit down because I feel like it is just a moment to just absolutely unwind and be myself and know that I'm entering a safe space with you all and that we're going to talk about things that you have thought about, I have thought about, and then I'm trying to either change or expand upon. And it's just a very exciting time. I think oh my God, we really are called the Philosophers, okay? Because I'm thinking about it just entered my mind, the Enlightenment era. When people were having new ideas about religion and being and all of these things. And I feel like we're constantly going through this transformation. And it's just been so wonderful that we can go through this transformation together. Because what if change, if it is not happening on a stage in front of a large group of people? It is nothing. You've done nothing. Just kidding. But yeah, so I'm excited. I want to talk about that. And actually, I think I'll start off by talking about that. And it ties into everything else that I'm going to talk about today. So, as I've like gone through this podcast and like as I've gone through therapy, as I've gone through these things, I'm changing so much. Like things that used to bother me do not bother me anymore. Like, and I find that like it's gonna sound so weird, but like I am really learning detachment, and I'm learning how to detach from things that are necessarily not good for me. And like there are still things that I'm attached to that I really want to detach from, but I don't really fight the waves of fucking shame that come with being attached to people that I should no longer be attached to, because I feel like sometimes it's just fucking bigger than me. I don't know anything. I don't know nothing. I'm just a dumb little shitty I really was gonna like go in on myself right now, but I'm not gonna do that because I feel like there's a kinder and gentler way to say everything I was about to say, so I'm gonna say it that way. Um, I am but a poor widow. No, I'm not. I don't know, what is my brain doing? It's like when you're trying to turn a car and it's going crank, crank, crank. That's what my brain's doing right now. I am just a little brat on this planet having fun, twerking every weekend and smoking hookah. And I am just hoping that the universe, God, spirit, whoever will have mercy on me and take pity on me and keep me out of harm's way. That's it. That's all I can hope for at the most. So I am just a person, and I am just moving through life, and I feel like, sometimes you listen to old people talk and they're like life is the greatest gift we are ever given and blah 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 blah, and like and you're like, that's so fucking vague. But like the way I've thought about life has changed so much, like in these last couple of years. But like before, like it felt like I was really fighting against something, and I was just fighting against itself, like life itself, and like all of the changes and all of these things that you cannot see but you feel so heavily. And there was such a weight on everything. There was so much weight on everything. Everything was so important. Everything was like, if I don't get this done, it's the end of the world. Like everything was so dramatic. And now I'm at a place where I'm like, nothing matters. In a great way. Nothing matters, exclamation mark, smiley face. Nothing matters. Nothing matters because I could die in 2 seconds. Oh my God. Nothing matters. Nothing matters because everything that I care about right now, I'm probably not going to care about in 10 years. Like every little thing, every little mistake that I feel grief about, that I feel shame about, that I feel agitation about, it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter. It's not going to matter, my friend. All of these things are temporary. These feelings are temporary. A lot of these relationships are temporary. This money is temporary, or lack thereof, because I'm a broke bitch. This beauty is temporary unless you wear SPF on your face and you don't look like that lady whose picture has been going around on Twitter. That SPF on your neck lady. But all of these things are so temporary. Like, your phone is temporary, social media is temporary, Instagram, you're on your last like, bitch. All of these things are so temporary, and we're worried about so many things that will literally not matter in a few days, months, weeks, years, hours. All of it. None of it matters. And that is the beauty of life, I think. And I think if you stop fighting life, if you go with the motherfucking flow, even though I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't like going with the flow. I talked about this before. I need to know where the flow is going, when it's going to get there, how it's going to get there, which turnpike it's going to fucking take, and if there's any traffic along the way. I need to know that. But, when you're going with the flow and you're hyper aware that the flow is going, just kind of paying attention to, I am the kind that I will pay to, what is that looking like up ahead of there in the flow? But I'll still go. Okay, and what matters is that I go. And what matters is that I take the journey, that I take the leap, even though I am hesitant at every step, dude. I took the leap. I took the leap of faith. I went, and I'm going. So I think that's what really matters, because I find like, I get hung up on like such small things. And it's like, wow, I'm stuck on this decision. I'm scared to do this. I'm scared to move forward. But if I hadn't moved forward, I either would have succeeded or failed. But by not moving forward at all, by not going. I've done nothing. I've already failed before I've even tried to succeed. So I think about that a lot. And like one thing I've been thinking about and saying a lot this week, because my friend was like super stressed out. He was working super hard. And I was like, let's have a meditative moment. Let's meditate for a moment, okay? We're going to take a deep breath in. We're going to take a deep breath out. We're going to let that deep breath out. We're going to take it in. And then we're going to, okay. And I was like, there is nothing that you can do today that can ruin the rest of your tomorrows except murder somebody. Because, you have to add that in there, because some people will just take things too motherfucking far. But there is nothing that you can do today that can ruin the rest of your tomorrows. And think about how short today is and how quick these seconds go by, and think about how many tomorrows you have left. So many. You have lived so many yesterdays. You are bound to live even more tomorrows. There's nothing you can do. Today is only 24 hours long. And today is right now. So there's nothing really you can do today that's going to fuck up the rest of your life. And I think like, even when you do things, when you do fuck up, when you make mistakes, even if you don't look at them as mistakes, but like learning opportunities, as much as it hurts, bitch, there are some really hard lessons that we have to learn in our life. But just learning them and accepting them for what they are, and taking the punches and taking the kicks and continuing to go and like continuing to roll. That's really all that matters. This battery is on 2%. So why'd I come upstairs to plug my batteries in? And I never plugged that shit into the wall. So this bitch is on 1%. So I'm going to pause for a moment. While you're here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you can be the first to know when I post. Hit that notification bell. Hit it right now. Hit it. Don't be shy. Hit the subscribe button. You want to subscribe to me, girl. So go ahead and do that, okay? I love you. Bye. Unless you didn't hit the notification bell or the subscribe button, in which case, I still love you. Bye.